Yes, I didn't take down the shower head. Good morning, ladies. I have just come back from the gym. Am I the right way around, Federica? Could you check? Because I put my camera when I was in Venice the wrong way round, so I think it was upside down, and then you have that most infuriating way of trying to watch me, and as soon as you turn your phone around, probably then my image swivels around. So, Chloe, are we the right way up? Are we the right way up? Because that's just irritating! Tremendously irritating.
All good.
Now, very nice. Good morning, ladies. I went this weekend to Boots, which is the UK drugstore, makeup drugstore location. And I always find it tremendously frustrating to go into drugstore cosmetic locations and find products where I can actually buy the product that's there. Because generally in the UK, and let me just shout this one out, in Boots in Kensington High Street, in Boots in the King's Road, in some Boots in the West End, you go there, they're never stocked correctly, all of the cheaper brands. The testers have been nicked, and you just can't have a satisfactory experience. But I went and searched. I thought I'm going to find the flagship store of Boots in England, and I went on to 360 Oxford Street, which is the flagship store, went downstairs. It was like a haven. It was like I was in an expensive department store because all the products were there, all the makeup brands were there, all the samples were there, all the products were behind the samples. It was glorious. So what I did, first of all, what I did is this. You remember, ladies, when I always talk about, I did this on Instagram. Any of you who follow Instagram will know. I talked about all these lovely lip glows I keep using, and I said Avon, which was just crap in my enthusiasm. It's Rimmel, and you all then said, what's the name of the colour? And I went, it's Oh So Gloss Oh Go Home. Anyway, so many of you said I can't find it, so I bought 3. They're £6.99, and I just thought when I was doing all my research, for those ladies who are really frustrated and haven't found it and fell in love with that lip gloss, which is this apricot-y shade. I won't open one because they're all fresh. I checked they haven't been opened.
Trinny, good morning from Australia, Oslo, Sweden and Dubai.
Good morning, Australia, Oslo, Sweden and Dubai. So I want to send those to the first 3 women who say, that's my colour. This is the colour it is. It suits. It's just a very pretty. Have I got one open so you can see? Because I just want to start with it. You see, I'm giving you my last one. I've got one luckily in my handbag. It's just an incredibly pretty wash of apricot, springy colour, delicious, doesn't taste disgusting. The best high street gloss I found. Anyway, first 3 ladies who give me a really good reason why, and then we'll just send them to you. And what you have to do is we'll go through at the end, and then I'll just go through the email. I'll go through all the things with Chloe, and we will choose the 3 ladies and send it to you by post, just by raw mail. Okay, so that's those, Chloe. I'm going to give those to you, so they stay outside my bathroom.
So Debbie's asking, where is your spot?
Well, okay. I went and I became my own beautician in my bathroom at the weekend, and it was so successful. So I'm going to show you. I just got back from Pilates. Can I just tell you also, I had thought, I did this sort of workout video the other day where I was standing here and, thinking, oh, I'm really feeling fit. And then I just attacked ice cream for about 2.5 weeks, nightly, obsessively, compulsively. These kind of things from Dredry ice cream store, and they're only about this big, so you think they're doing no damage, but I have them with 2 bars of dark chocolate from Net-a-Porter, and you know what? I am thin. I'm about 10.5 stone, but I felt flabby. I felt that thing, whoa, and I just thought, it's like I was a builder. And I thought, I've got to go back to the gym. So on Friday, I thought I'll go to this new gym because I do my Pilates, I do my, that kind of, all those exercises here every day, those little ones. But I thought I was going to my Pilates for my back, and then I went to this other place, got a personal trainer, and she gave me this sort of £10 weight, and I said, are you sure I've got a bad back? Is this okay? I spent the weekend crippled. I went to Venice with my daughter last few days, and I was walking around like this. So I'm finally feeling a bit better today. I need to definitely keep moving so that I don't get my back out. But I'm going to start with the spot. okay? I had, and I'm going to clean my skin to show you, but I had a kind of spot. Oh, I need to, okay, I'll do it this way. I had the kind of spot. I had, my history with spots is from 13 to 30. I've shared this a lot. I started to get bad skin. So my daughter, who's 30 at the moment, is getting a few little spots, and I know her skin is different from mine. It's that lovely, thick Mediterranean skin. But I get so paranoid for her, and I'm like, Lila, should we deal with the spots? She's like, oh, Mummy, it's fine. And I said, please, just wash your face every morning. And I found her this weekend the Neutrogena Wash and Go one, which I think is a good product for a teenager, better than the sort of Soap and Glory, actually. And then we had so much obsession about her skin that I woke up yesterday morning, and 2 mornings ago, and I felt that thick, lumpy, at least a centimetre wide throbber begin to arrive. And you know when you any women, I mean, tell me if you have these kind of midlife spots. So you kind of think, oh, my skin's looking good, and then it starts to grow, and you just think there won't be a concealer to cover it. It will never be the kind of spot that's going to turn into a big pussy one. It's just going to sit there and throb, and you're going to feel it throb. So the solutions in the past that I've thought about for that are threefold. One is, I drink a lot more water because I know I need to flush out the system, and I know it's a little bit to do with just eating a lot of sugar. I know it's also hormonal because the position on your skin really tells you what that spot's about. So if my spot is here or here, hormonal, all right? If they're sort of chin right in the middle, funny enough, what I eat, and then they usually come with a white bit at the end. If they're around here, they're just dirty skin. I don't get blackheads so much. I'll occasionally get them here, which is just from threading, and then I just put on, I think I had to put it on aloe vera and it goes down. That's more of a rash. So you've got to understand where it is in your face tells you a lot about it. But what I did is I started off and I used, do you know Mario Badescu? I'm going to go soon into Liberties because I found them in Liberties, but I used Mario Badescu 28 years ago when I lived in New York, and she was this facialist on the Upper East Side, and she had this incredibly strict regime about looking after skin, and she has a pink product called the drying lotion, which I think has salicylic acid in it, and it dries out your spot. It's the kind of product that you'll be tempted to put more than you need on it, and then around the area of your spot it kind of makes it takes off the skin and makes it worse. So this is my midlife crisis spot new regime. I take Mario Badescu like that, a little bit of water, and I put it on, and hang on a second, I've got to get my Foreo, which I know.
Sorry, Caroline is getting them around the chin area, and now she knows why, so thank you.
Well, I think it depends on your age, darling, but I would just say that's what it is. So I'm just sorry, I'm opening my Foreo with the scissors rather dangerously. God, packaging. Can we talk? We're going to talk about packaging yesterday. So pretty. Oh, and look, they give it to you and they don't charge it. It's not like an Apple phone, is it? Oh, come on. That is so unfair. I get a new one out, I spend all that money, and they don't charge it. Okay, I'm going to use my fingers. So I want to get a very clean surface, and I'm going to wash that off.
Debbie uses toothpaste on hers to dry them.
You know, Debbie, I have in the past used toothpaste, and I think many women here at different ages would have had the toothpaste technique. So I got some of that salicylic acid in my eyes, glycolic acid. But the toothpaste technique is kind of, it's drying it out. There is some ingredient in toothpaste that does make you think the spot's dried out. It hasn't necessarily dealt with the deeper problem. I don't know the ingredient in toothpaste. Somebody there, if Caroline Herons is watching this, she'll say, you should know this one, Trinny, and this is what it is. But I can't remember. So end of the world, you've got nothing else you could do it. Worst thing to do is go, The spot I have right now is not that. So you can see here, there it is. It's really flat now. But this is what I did. This is what I did. Let me get also the product I used, because I did it with a product. Come on, product. Is it there?
Just to share, Laura uses water rice and Sarah pseudo cream.
Pseudo cream's not bad. I wouldn't say no to a bit of Sudocrem, but what I also might do, I've got lots of little producty things here. I'm going to use this. So, this is my weird little technique. Louis, really nice range, especially if you have lots of you ladies ask me what should I do with my teenage daughters who have spots. So Louis has 4 products. There's a cleanser, there's this spot cream which has salicylic acid in it, and there's a moisturizer, and there's something else. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of that on, like that, okay? And then I'm going to take my new most exciting machine, which is, this is called the Glow Pro. Now, I talk about dermal rolling. I did it last week, but this is dermal rolling on steroids. And ladies, I was sent this. I was sent this about 2 months ago, and it was in my fit of having these people sending me things. And I said, I don't want people to send me things I need to go and discover. And then last week, when this spot began to appear, I thought to myself, that thing that person sent to me that I lost, actually, could be interesting for this. So we called them up and said, look, you had that weird machine. Could you send me that weird machine so I can try it? So I then did get it. Now, the man who invented this machine, actually I'm going to start using it and then I'll tell you. So it's a microdermal roller, it's 0.5 needle, even less, but it has a light, which allows it the electricity on it to vibrate, and it has a little LED light. So as I talk to you and do this, this is what I did if you have the time, but if the spot is bad enough, we make the time. I just did this. I could have done it all over my face. It's not wrong to do it all over your face, but as some lady pointed out to me last week, to dermal roll and then put cream and foundation on, you can block your pores, okay? So I do dermal rolling at night, but I did this for 20 minutes. And the man who invented this product is a guy called Dr. Terry James. And he invented the concept of peptides in skincare, microdermabrasion, which is that kind of machine that spews out crystals and used to really over-clean your skin. That was him. Dermal rollers in this incarnation is him. And he has a daughter whose name I can't remember. Let me just see. Janie O'Brien, gorgeous woman. So they thought they wanted to do a roller with a difference. And I called them up this morning and I said, I really like this roller, but can somebody tell me if, you know, the LED is enough? Because whenever I've had a facial and I've used that orange LED, it's been brilliant for healing, but I've used it with facialists in America where I'll go under a light for 20 minutes, this orange LED light, and I'll come out and I might have had a bit of dermabrasion, a tiny bit of Fraxel. It's when I go for my kind of every 3 or 4 months intense facial, and they end with this orange light. So I know that orange light is healing, but it needs to be continuously on your skin. That's why I just kept doing this for 20 minutes. So
Trinny, Elise is asking if needling really hurt because she has acne scars and she's a bit nervous.
darling, this doesn't hurt at all. And I'm just going to show you. Okay, I don't think it hurts. It depends on the size of needle. And I don't want this whole post to be about needling because I've spoken about it before. But I would say to you, I've forgotten her name, darling.
Elise.
Elise. What I'd say, Elise, is I think that microdermal needling is incredibly good for uneven skin tone and for wrinkles and for scarred acne, acne scarring. I think you can start with a 0.4 needle, then go 0.5, then go to 1. Once you go to a 1 needle, your skin needs to be used to it. You need to be very gentle. You need to do crisscrossy motions and not just all in one direction. It needs to be made of titanium because that's the hardest metal. You need to buy it from a good outsource. There's lots on Amazon. I've got on previous blogs on Trinny London, I mentioned 2 or 3 that I like. Got to say this, and they're all about £10, £20. This, much more expensive, £199. So when I called her up and I said, how much is it? Because I didn't know because I hadn't bought it. £199. I thought, that's a hell of a lot. That is my new COS handbag plus a Zara one. That is an expensive pair of shoes. That's a winter coat. But you've got to balance out, how much does your skin affect you? You know, do you not really care enough and therefore you'll just spend very inexpensive things? Or do you feel that where you might otherwise spend money, you could take it over? So maybe would you get your hair coloured a little bit less often if you colour your hair and instead invest in an expensive tool? It's up to you.
How often do you use it, Trinny? Daily?
This, you can use this nightly because it's a very gentle needle. Look, it's not going to break my skin very much. But I'm going to give you a last little bit of information about why microneedling is so good. This lovely doctor who invented the first commercial microdermal needle had been doing a lot of research on how men seem to have a smoother skin generally than women, and he couldn't figure it out why. And then he kept looking at every single day they were shaving and they were attacking their skin with a razor and they were making it regenerate, making it reheal. And why do men age slower than women? So he's put a lot of it down to that daily abrasiveness onto a skin to attack it so it rebuilds some collagen. And that is what he thought. Women won't want to shave. Although weirdly, there's a woman on my Instagram or Facebook who says, Trinny, I shave every day. And I'm like, okay. So I think it's great. I'm going to use it properly every other night for a month. My other microdermal needling, which is 0.5, which is a bit higher than this, I probably use once a week. Don't overuse it. Don't overuse any new thing in your routine because you've got to build up to stuff. But it's a miracle. And I love the LED light. If I could afford to, I would buy that orange light and just go under it once every few days.
He's
Yes.
asking, how often do you change your roller?
Ah, you know what? This roller, you can probably get replaceable rollers because it will, I suppose, over time go down. But what I do is I spray it with, not here, it's downstairs, surgical spirit. I put it under the wash because I have had a spot on it, and I spray it with surgical spirit, and then I put it back in its little. I dry it and I put it back in its little home, this little rabbit warren home there, like that. Until the next time. So looking after your things is important. Looking after brushes is important. Cleaning one's makeup brushes is really important. That's that. All right, let's get on now to my little haul in Boots because I'm so excited by that. I found a lot of things for, I'm going to do, I think my next Secret 7 will be tinted moisturised because I found some really interesting concepts in that. And also a general moisturiser, just your common or garden moisturiser. And I'm trying to find things also for oily skin because I don't have oily skin, but I want to feel that, you know, you all get stuff. And whilst we're at this juncture, ladies, what I want to ask you is you're being such a fantastic community right now and you're giving so much feedback and you're asking lots of questions. But if you're a regular here and if you know the answer to a question that somebody's asking, because maybe you've read a blog before, could you possibly answer it for us? Because we might get many, many comments and I want everyone to feel their comments being answered, but it takes us so much time and it would be so helpful to us. And I never want to feel somebody's problem hasn't gone unresolved because I hate something linger in the air. But if you feel it hasn't been answered, ask it again and things. But we read every single comment and between Chloe and myself, we try and answer every single comment. But we don't have 6 pairs of hands. That's all, do we, Chloe?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have 6 pairs of hands. Okay, so what things have I found that I like? Yes. La Roche-Posay, and I'm going to talk a lot about them in my next few posts because it's a brand I love. It's a high street brand, drugstore brand from France. When they launched, they had a range of probably 10 products when I first went to a French pharmacy. Now they have, in my Kensington High Street Boots, they had about 30 products. In my Oxford Street Boots, they had about 200 products. Fantastic. A whole line of things for very sensitive skin. Another whole line of things for incredibly oily skin. You know, every solution for oily skin, from cleansing to spots to BB creams. Then for wrinkly mature skin, everything. I think they're really good and I like the simplicity of the packaging. I think the price point is good, so they're brilliant. But they have something called Regimic Z, which I like. It's a light sort of retinol-y product. I'm just putting it on now as a serum. The thing about La Roche-Posay is that they have this smell and you'll like it or not like it. It's not dissimilar in its level of smellability to Boots number 7. You like or don't like Boots number 7 products, but they all smell the same, from the body lotion to the serum to the everything. Even the mask I love nearly smells of it. And La Roche-Posay has this similar smell, and it's like a sort of smell of a company that's put together really good ingredients, quite chemical ingredients because they're not natural products, and then they've put an overall fragrance on top of that to make you know when you smell it, oh, that's a La Roche-Posay brand. So there's a certain Frenchness, I can only call it.
Trinny, Rachel calls the brand range My Love Posay.
My Love Posay, Ma Roche-Posay. You know what? It is. It's of any brand in Boots that consistently delivers across all different skin categories, that. And because I've never got into, help me do this, Dave, I've never got into Vichy. What have I never got into? There's so many brands I've never got into, I've never been drawn to, and it's because I haven't felt, maybe the marketing doesn't speak to me, but I just feel, where's the science mixed with the cosmeceutical aspect? I love brands that I feel it's nearly made by a doctor, all right? I just love that brand. All right, I'm going to go rapidly on. I've done C10. I had a really good Common Garden moisturizer.
Trinny, what is your top from?
I just finished, oh dear, working out. So this is, I think, Sweaty Betty. It's the kind of top that nearly shows your boobs off, but I like breathability. You know, when I'm doing my, I need that. And then these are from Sweaty Betty. And you know, when you work out, can I just make this comment? When you work out, whatever your size or your shape or whatever bits you don't like, I think it's so important not to tense yourself, all right? I have an okay figure, but not to tense yourself, because I think women work out and they catch themselves sight of them in the mirror and they've got the baggy t-shirt on and in a colour that is black. Maybe they don't suit black. And you catch sight of yourself in the mirror and you think, So I would like that anyone who's doing that goes out when they next go to a gym and thinks, I'm going to put on a top that's a really good colour for me, that makes me alive, and I'm going to wear some tight leggings, all right? And however big or small my wobbly bits are, I'll feel I've got a figure when I look in front of the mirror. Also, you know, many people sort of, they just do that, okay? And they just have the line of their thing in a big baggy sweatshirt like that. So everything goes against the thigh and the widest part. And I always tuck myself in because I want to feel I have my shape on view when I work out. Just me. You might think how vain that is, but I find any woman I work with who is feeling a bit, I look in the gym and I look at all those women there, just never let yourself go. Is that what I'm saying? Always make the most of it. Always make the most of every opportunity. And anyway, that was my sideline thought for the day. I'm going to put on La Roche-Posay again. Chloe, you'll have these. Pigment Clear SPF 30. I am seeing a tiny bit of sun in London, so I'm being optimistic. But this is my Common Garden moisturiser. This one actually has least, my Love Posay, has least smell of anything. But it has some nice little ingredients in it. We'll leave it on the site. It goes on incredibly smoothly. It's got SPF 30. It's got a bit of a tingle in it. I think, because it says it evens out skin tone, that this product actually has in it some vitamin C. One of them does. But you see that sort of glow on my skin is not just the oil of the product. It's actually got a little glow. Okay? Chloe, I'm giving you that one. And I'm giving you that one. Okay, whilst we're here, you know I'm doing tinted moisturisers, so let me give you a sneak peek, because the hard thing about getting cheap tinted moisturisers, I feel the more expensive we spend on foundation and tinted moisturiser, the more care has been taken to get really good tones, skin tones. And I think if we go towards French brands, like cosmeceutical French brands, they tend to have these pink toned products and they do nothing for dark toned ladies. Nothing, actually. It's like they don't believe they exist, which I think is a bit of a bore. Some of them do, but La Roche-Posay will just have a light, medium, dark, Aven just has a light and a doré, which is sort of gold. But both of these products are kind of ultra workable fluid. It's like a tolerance fluid. So I'm just going to show you a few because I did quite like a few. And I'm going to see which one I liked the most. Yes. Shall I do this for me? I'm not oil absorbing, but lots of you had mentioned this BB oil absorbing tinted moisturizer cream from La Roche-Posay. So I'm just going to show you what it's like. I feel I should do it on Chloe because she's got oilier skin than me. Yeah, come up, Chloe. I don't even know if it's going to suit you. But in fact, should we do it? No, let's just start now. Hello, Chloe. Hi, Chloe. Have you got any tinted moisturiser on?
No.
No, good. She's got. I mean, that's just natural skin. Natural skin, but you're a bit oily, aren't you?
I am.
You're how oily? Do you crease in the eyelashes? In the eyelids?
Yeah, that's
you do. That's
a
true.
little bit.
See, that's a way I can tell if somebody I think has an oily skin. So we're just using a bit, and because these are French companies, La Roche-Posay, we're just going to see. Come up close, darling.
I can actually read the questions.
Oh, you can read the questions. Great. So is that your skin tone or is it darker? It's a bit darker. It's a little bit darker. As it gets towards your freckles, it's actually not too dark. It's kind of blending your freckles there. It's absorbing any oil, especially on your forehead. Let's look at that because that's where you're a little bit oily. There, actually, this is giving Chloe a slight tan. Okay, but it's mattifying your skin, darling.
Great.
And it's not bad, and it doesn't look. I'm sorry, I don't want to take out from the picture. Look in the mirror. Okay, it doesn't. Can you see that? I've done that side there. Can you see it's just blending in as your skin a bit? Can you see anything? It's difficult on this mirror, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I can see a bit, and I just see a sort of. Okay, let's ask the ladies. Let me just put a bit more on, and then you can go straight on, and they can see if they can see the difference, and then you can read out the comments to see if they can see the difference. Okay. Okay, can you tell the difference? Go straight at camera, there. Okay, ladies, which side is better?
Okay, ladies, which one? I mean, it's quite
Come
easy.
on, ladies, come on, ladies.
Come on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
But I think I have to say
This is
that
much
is not
better.
bad. And this is La
Left.
Roche-Posay. Thank you, darling.
Thank you, Sandra.
darling. So this is good. The colour is a little bit dark for me. It's a BB Blur cream. But that's quite good when you're talking about, I want something that isn't a foundation, that's a little bit of cover. You can see now, Chloe, can't you?
Yeah.
it is
But they're
good.
saying left. They
They're
do
saying
agree
yes.
with us.
But did you think that before they said it?
No.
You did?
Yeah.
You
No.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
that's
no,
going
no.
to go. Okay,
Right.
hold on. All
Okay,
right, that's
let's
great.
go back.
So
Thank
that
you,
was
ladies.
all right. So that was just the one for Chloe. Now I'm going to do one for me. And bugger if I can remember which one I did, but I think let me just put them all on. So I have on here. This was the Bourgeois, and this was for even complexion. I'm going to do it on this side. Sorry, cool, Teresa. So that's the Bourgeois. Colour's not bad. This is your complexion. I would call these, you know, things have changed in life. It used to be we just had foundations. Then we had foundations and tinted moisturisers. Now we have foundations, tinted moisturisers, and skin perfectors. Complicated, isn't it? But I would say that a skin perfector is something that you want to put on when you really just want your skin's unevenness to slightly blur. So this goes on quite well. The smell's okay. It's not brilliant, but it's evening out my skin tone just by giving a little bit of pigmented coverage. There.
Martina says brands should definitely serve dark skin. She has 2 dark skinned girls and it's a nightmare for them to find products.
It's a nightmare. I'll tell you who does it well to me are Vichy started, but not on every range. MAC do it. Hourglass do it brilliantly. Charlotte Tilbury does it. But if you have teenage daughters, I don't think you want to fork out Charlotte Tilbury. There are dark skin ranged brands, which I'm going to be doing a whole thing on dark skin soon. But it is tricky, and I think that there is still a problem with colour inclusiveness in makeup. So there we go. I
What
put
do you
on
think of Chanel CC cream, Trinny?
Chanel CC cream.
Yeah, Sandra and Emma are both asking if you use it.
You know what? I was going when I went past, because in the big boots there was a Chanel counter, and I thought to myself, shall I go and try some things from Chanel? but it was about a high street Joe. I need to have a really good look at Chanel. I used it about 15 years ago religiously. Everything was as much obsessed with having that label name inside my bag as I was obsessed with the actual product. So I think the products have moved along since then, and I will let you know. All right, moving on. Q03, interesting things. So if you want to put on a lipstick and you've got slightly bleeding lips, because you know we did, on Facebook Live last week, we did red lips and then we did nude lips, and this week we're going to do pink lips. And if you're a woman who has an unevenness around your lip, or you want to set your lipstick, but you want to set it before, I like this. NYX, it comes in 2 shades, and it's sort of a wax had baby with some pigment. So you put it underneath. It's not as strong as using a concealer, and it's going to set your lip shape and even out where you might have an uneven lip.
Michelle says that NYX BB cream is great.
Is it? I must try. I went to NYX at my Big Boots excursion, and there were so many products. I want to nearly show you a picture. I love NYX, but when I see too much of any range, I go, whoa! And there were probably 380 lipstick choices, and I was like, okay, I didn't know where to start. How many of you, can I just ask this question, and I'd love your feedback. I love all your feedback. How many of you go up to makeup counters and get so frustrated by how much choice there is that you don't know where to start? So you might have decided to go out and think, you know, maybe you watched my Facebook Live and you thought, I'll go and buy red lipstick, and you go up to MAC or an NYX and you think, but there's 100 red lips here. What do I get? Do I get it matte, shiny? Do I get it bluey red, pink? How do you decide? How do you decide to buy a bright lip? I would like to know. Be really interesting for me. Moving on to L'Oreal, because I've been looking for that really quick makeup look. And so I asked and I thought, do L'Oreal have a lip and cheek? And then I found these, don't know what they're called, but this is called Sexy Balm. But I thought, could it act as that very light colour if you're doing a really light lip, all right, which I quite like. And would I use it as a blusher? Because it's a balm, I quite like a blusher with a little bit of shine to it, just on my cheek, like I've been running for a walk. And I like that. Don't do the other side.
So, Trinny,
yeah,
to your question, Anna says, yeah, it's really frustrating. She finds it helpful to research it online beforehand.
Okay, so you're searching it online beforehand, but how are you still coming to the decision of what suits you? Because how do you work out online which product is the right colour? That's what I'd like to know. Whilst we're thinking on that, back to NYX. I'm doing a quick morning makeup now. These 2 magical pencils, because I want to do a makeup where I don't have to use brushes, and I wanted to have something which had a bit of browny colour in it. So I've used this one. So I'm just going to put a little bit like that. It's a sort of goldy colour. I'm going to put a tiny bit under, and when I go under my eye, I just press in between my eyelashes. I hate having hard lines anywhere, but it just gives a bit of a bluer eye. I'm going to do the same there.
Victoria says, yes, choosing the colour online is almost impossible.
I know, it is. And then, ladies, I'm choosing weird colour, but years ago, I used to have a sort of burgundy eye shade, and it really popped the blue of my eyes. So I found this one. I'll give you the name later, but look how red that is. You see that against my eye, I thought could be interesting. So let me just, it could look either like I've got some eye problem, you know, like I've got, not myxomatosis. What's the thing rabbits get? Is it myxomatosis, Chloe? In Italian.
Yeah, no.
Myxomatosis. But there's something interesting about doing, for green eyes and blue eyes, about doing this kind of colour. Something I like. So, there, I'm just going to...
Trinny, sorry, Debbie is
yeah.
asking, can you one day put a blonde wig on and do makeup for blondes? Because she's buying colours that you like, but of course, maybe they don't suit her because she's blonde.
God, I totally agree. I wonder if I have a blonde wig here. Hold on. Let me just see. Sometimes I have to wait. Do I have any here? Such a pity I don't. You know, that's such a good idea. But I think the one problem with it is that I mean, it is a good idea, but I think probably I should just get you some blonde-headed ladies.
Maybe on Wednesday when we do makeup.
Yeah, should we do, ladies, on Wednesday, we were going to do the pink lip, all right? We were going to do a pink lip on all different, and I think we found a redhead.
Yes,
we found a redhead, but if instead you would like eye shades, we'd have to then choose which eye we'd start with first. So what would you like? Okay, I've got here a new brow product. I just really went mad. And this is called Brow Precise from... Shit, I can't read it. Oh.
They love the pink lip idea. They would love
Thank you. Maybelline. Maybelline Brow Precise. Weird little instrument. Look, weird instrument. And far too much product on it. But even though the instrument was weird, there's so many things at the moment that are complicated for brows. So I thought I quite like the fact that this is flat. Let me do it again. Flat on one side and the brush there. So I just thought, could that be a way that I can make my brow thicker without a strong line? Okay.
So Gemma is
It's
saying
not bad.
eye shades for different hair colors would be A's.
Eye shades for different hair colours. All right, can I just say to you ladies, I have a philosophy. As I put on my concealer, I'm really needing concealer today, which is that when you're deciding which should be your skin, hair and eye, when you're deciding which products you suit, you need the combination of your skin, hair and eye. Because if I did blonde-haired ladies makeup, if you had a blue eye or a brown eye, and if your skin was olive or white, it would actually mean that you would probably require slightly different products. So I can do them quite specific, or we could start off just blonde-haired ladies eye makeup. Okay, should we start with that? Blonde-haired ladies eye makeup, and then the next week we'll do brown-haired ladies eye makeup. We could do that, and then I could choose women with different eye colours and different skin tones, and we just say the basis is hair colour. Would you like me to do that? Do you feel, when you think about your eye makeup, that you think first about what your hair colour is more than what your eye colour is? Tell me, because I want to see how we do it. Okay, all right. That looks decent for the day. Decent for the day. So, to recap, ladies, I'm going to give those to Chloe, and I love that little L'Oreal lip thing. I'm going to put a bit more on. So
Polly has
easy.
pink hair.
Polly, just be different, will you? All right. So we got that there. The blurring. Oh, this is a really weird product. Blur the lines. This is from Bourjois. Blur the lines. I don't know what it was, but I just started doing this. And I thought, is this a concealer or is this just a thing that blurs my lines? And I put it anywhere I have lines, not dark circles. So I started putting it on Saturday, and I did feel, ooh, let's just go. There's my lines. Is that blurring my lines? Could that product actually be doing that? Or is it more a concealer with a new title? But there's something interesting about that product, isn't there? Something interesting about it. Okay, we're going to talk about that too. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm drinking today. I've got such a long day, so I've got a triple shot of pure ginger. Cheers, ladies. Oh.
So Catherine.
Ah! Ah! That's going to get rid of my cold. Okay, Chloe.
Yes.
Keep asking me questions. I'm going to take my clothes off and get changed because I want to show you very quickly 3 really great brogues. Okay, here's to Chloe.
Yes.
All right.
Catherine was asking.
Okay.
She has a 12
Here you
years
are.
old. Okay.
I'm going to swatch it around. There's Chloe.
My.
Here's Chloe. Let me just clean the lens. Sorry, we're just cleaning the lens. Is everything down there, Chloe, that I talked about?
I think so. This is what you
Oh,
gave me.
ask me the question.
Yeah, so basically Catherine has a 12-year-old daughter, and she was wondering if you had any suggestion for her, like clearing the face routine.
I do think Neutrogena is a good range. It's been around for 30 years. I do think that it plays a good game. It knows how to, it knows how to give women good skin when they're a young age, and it's not too expensive, and you can get them in boots, so I like it. Have to say I like it.
Great.
Okay.
So let me show you quickly the products that Trini gave me. This is the NYX, oh my god, I can't really, Jumbo Eye Pencil in Rust. Can you see it? Not really. Okay. This is the Burberry. I'm trying to find the right light for you so you can see. Here we go. Rosy beige, number 3.
Do you want to come into my bedroom, darling?
Yeah, no, I can. This is the Artiste brush that Trini used. The Artiste, you can read it here. Bourgeois. This is the concealer that Trini used. Then we have Sexy Balm from L'Oreal, which is the lip cheek. Yes. Then we have these La Roche-Posay 2 creams. This is the Redermic that she mentions, and this is the Pigment Clair. And then we have the gloss, Oh My Gloss, that are in the giveaway. And then this is the Avent, this is the packaging of the Hydrance Optimal Reach, and it comes in light as well. That's it, this is what I have here, and Trini is almost ready now to show you the Brogues, or the outfit.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah?
come on in, Chloe, come on in.
Hello.
Okay, so, okay, ladies, a lot of you asked me, these are tiny little things. When I wear my crop trousers, what socks do I wear? So, I know this seems so mindless. I either wear Falk or I wear a pop sock. And when I wear a pop sock, because I get my legs caught here, you know, because I have chunky calves, I usually take a pop sock, 60 denier, so it's got a nice thickness, and I fold it like that. So then it works there, and if I'm bending my leg, let's say I'm doing telly and I do that with my leg, you don't see it at the end of a sock, which would be really bad. So I never get a very, very short ankle sock, but I get a really thick Wolford knee-high, and they are, you know, maybe they're £20, and maybe I have had them for 10 years. I mean, they will last forever.
What is the shirt from?
The shirt is Me&M, which is that company that I had the other day. So I'm just going to show you, actually. It's a really nice company, and it has the opportunity of going around here and having on this side another one. Hold on, how do I do this?
So Lean is asking, where can she get wide legs cropped trousers for short people?
Wide legs and cropped trousers for short people. Wide-legged cropped trousers. I would say you need to get, you see, you might be a short person, but you might have a long leg. So I think that I get most of my crop trousers for all the women I do on This Morning, and for me, I have long body and shorter legs from Zara and COS. And if you are above a size 16, then I would say Wallace occasionally, but it's tricky. Extra large in Zara is a size 14/16.
They might have a look at Evans, Trini.
Evans.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, girls? Evans I haven't been into for ages, and whenever I've dressed a lady who's over 16 or 18, I usually go to ASOS more than Evans, because I've had a lot of larger ladies come to This Morning and go to Evans and come out and say there's nothing for me there. And I feel when people start to cut for larger size ladies, they forget they still have a goddamn shape, and they do things with a really unflattering line here. And I think you always need to have a sweetheart, or you need to have a high neck, or you need to have a deep V, not a kind of low weird neck. And they never ever realize the waist is there. Even if you're an apple shape, you have a waist, it might be higher, but show it. Wear a fitted jacket one size smaller over something drapey. Show this off. Don't tent everywhere. All right,
Great.
I'm going to show you here 3 combinations. So glad to do it now, Chloe,
Yes.
of my favorite shoe. All right, so
Here we go.
it's
Amazing.
so good to do it here. And I just happen to see they're all here. Now, I do wear these every single day. They're my sort of incredibly comfortable shoe. They're from Prada. They are expensive. I usually buy 1 set from Prada each season, and then I go onto Vestiaire Collective, and they have, if you do a search, it's like a nearly new site, but with incredibly good products and vetted products. They'll have it. I know what shoe size I am, and I know what style I loved, and I'll order them in, and they usually come in at about a third of their original price. So if you want the real McCoy, it's one way to do it if you can't afford that, which is expensive. Now, Dune started to do a brogue as well, but the brogue that I like with the extra bit at the end. And the difference really between the Dune version and the Prada version is not much, because they've used the same last and it's not too round-toed. They don't have the kind of brogueness of a man's shoe, but they are doing this season a really nice one, which is like an Airtex fabric, if you know what I mean, that perforated fabric in a beige with a fun base. So I'm going to put one on one foot and one on the other. This is winter season, but this is showing you exactly the shoe that they have now, and they have it also in silver. All right, so it does up well. It's incredibly comfortable. It's probably a third of the price of the Prada original. All right, and a nice fun. These are fun shoes. They're comfortable. They make a crop trouser look modern. They give you an extra 2 inches on your leg, and I love them. I live in them every day. You always ask me about my shoes, ladies. So that's the Dune one. And then Zara, last season, did a really bright silver one, and they did it in Zara Real and Zara Basic. And the one that I like the most is probably the really bright silver in the Zara Women's. And they might still be doing it. But then I found this, which is, sorry, that's still on it, which is in season now, and it's really emulating the Prada original. Their sizing slightly different. I think it might be a little bit more round-toed. No, it's just generally a wider shoe. But if I compare it to the Dune, you know, I think there's not a huge difference. The only thing perhaps I would have done with this Zara shoe, what's so nice about the design of this is there isn't a black lace. The lace is the same colour as the shoe. And if you can be asked, I would go and buy a new lace for this, because I think the lace lets it down, and buy a grey lace the same colour as this, or metallic laces, which I saw in Peace Jones the other day. Change your shoe, make it unique. Nobody would think it's a Zara shoe, but that is maybe 30 quid. That is, they're probably about 120, well made. Those are about £500.
Trinny, Catherine,
Yes.
is 5.2 and slim, but she has wide feet, and she finds really hard to get truly well-fitted shoes.
Okay, well, I'm awful to say this. I know Evans does really wide fitting. I know places like Russell and Bromley still do from a AA to an E fitting. So it's very old-fashioned. Freeman Hardy Willis, are you that old and living in England that you remember that store? But you've got to go to a store that does specialise in a wide fitting, or go for a shape of shoe like a cool trainer and make that your daytime look, and decide you're gonna wear acid coloured trainers, you know? Make it fun. So if you have a trainer that you use to walk your dog, make your trainer your fun day shoe, and then you'll feel comfortable. That would be my advice. So ladies, that's it. I've got to get ready for my day.
You have it wide or slim, the feet?
Me?
Someone else asking, yeah.
All these shoes only come in one fit, but I would say the widest, most comfortable fit is the Dune and the Zara. The Zara's quite a wide fit because my Prada is narrower. So if you have quite wide fit, because you've got the laces here and it doesn't go too narrow at the top, I think a wide fit person could wear this shoe. And I think on This Morning I've put people in. So I'm going to do a quick shout out as well. Any of you who are watching, okay, quickly say yes now if you watch me on This Morning. Because on Thursday, I'm going to do a Ask Trinny special. And what I'm really looking for is women who just want a makeover and they want something for a special occasion. They're maybe going to be the mother of the bride. They maybe just feel that they're bored with their style and they need a new style for the new decade they found themselves in. They might be a mother who's just had a baby and she just totally has lost sense of fashion. And I would really like to do one-to-ones with you, ladies, with all of you on Facebook, but I can't. So This Morning is a way that I can. And if you are interested, you go to ITV This Morning /fashion, and you will be able to fill in a form and come and be on the show. Because that would be such a good way of also getting to meet some of you. Anyway, have a good week. I'm out of breath. Bye.